Welcome to the Before You Plan the Magic podcast. I'm your host, Sam, from the Happiest Things Collective. This podcast is for travel agents that aren't exactly Disney obsessed, but they want to make sure their client has the best trip possible, or maybe you just love talking Disney. Either way, you're all welcome here, so let's get started. Hi guys, welcome to the Before You Plan the Magic podcast. It's our first actual episode, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. I just came back from a trip to Disney, and we stayed one night at Fort Wilderness campsites, and so it's pretty fresh on my mind, and I wanted to talk to you about it while I'm thinking about it. So Fort Wilderness campsites is special. So Disney has three types of resorts. We have value resorts, moderate resorts, deluxe resorts, and then this is a totally different type of stay, which is the campsites. There's 4 types of campsites that your clients can pick from, and they range from a tent or pop-up camper spot all the way to like a full RV hookup spot. And there's premium campsites that are kind of closer to civilization, or a more standard, cheaper site. We stayed at the most basic site. It was a tent site. All we took was a tent and an air mattress. And we were not prepared. So don't make a mistake like we did, and make sure that your clients know all of the things that they are expected to have when staying at Fort Wilderness. So number 1, towels and toiletries. Your clients will need those if they are staying in a campsite, either tent camping or camper camping, or if they've taken their RV or something like that. They are required to have towels for the pool and for the showers. Did I know this? No, I did not. Did I take toiletries? No, I did not, because it's Disney, and I was looking forward to my H2O in the shower, the little pumps. No, none of that. We're going to pack those. We're going to make sure our clients pack those. And if you have a camper or an RV, I guess you're going to know to take your own toiletries and towels, because I guess you're going to shower in your camper or RV. If you have a tent, though, you're going to use the comfort station, and the comfort station is going to have a few bathroom stalls and a few shower stalls, and that's it. That's it. You're gonna get hand soap, but that's it. So unless your client is cool just bathing in hand soap, make sure they know that they have to bring their own toiletries. And also that the bathroom is locked between the hours of 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. And so you have to have your key card or magic band to get into the bathroom between those hours, which is really hard to remember when you're mostly asleep and have to pee in the middle of the night. You can just hold it like I did, I guess. But anywho, so those are the campsites that we're working with. 4 types. They range from really standard, this is all we've got here, a gravel pit, a charcoal grill, and a picnic table, all the way up to a sewage hookup for like your full RV experience. Check out the website for details on the different campsites if you're interested in that. This right here is the map. If you're on YouTube, you can see the map here on this side. It's a huge area. I struggle calling this a resort because it's really not. It's campsites. So it's massive. It's 750 acres. It's huge. So how does one get around 750 acres? Well, there's a couple of options. A free option that's available to everyone is the bus loops inside of the area. There's a couple of different bus loops depending on where you're at in the resort. Nope, in the area. We stayed in loop 2500, which is towards the bottom, like towards the outpost and parking area. It's still like not really walking distance to the parking area, in my opinion. But there is a bus station right on the other side of the comfort station. To move around in the bus loop, you go to the bus station. If you want to go up towards the settlement where the boat ramp is, where the food is, that kind of thing, you stay on the side of the road that has the bus station. If you want to go to the parking lot, you walk across the road and wait for the bus to come back through. There is not a sign. There is not a crosswalk. We thought surely that's not what you're supposed to do. But when we asked the bus driver how to get to the parking lot, that's what he said. He said you go to the other side of the road and you flag down a bus when they're driving by. Or you can ride the bus all the way up to the settlement and back around the bus loop. You can do that too. So that's the inner bus loop. Also, there's kind of two ways to go outside of the area to leave Fort Wilderness, I would say. If you go up to the settlement, that's where the boat launches to go to Magic Kingdom and Fort Wilderness Resort. Obviously, from there, you can move around Walt Disney World from those buses or whatever, or a monorail or whatever. If you want to go to Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Disney Springs, you'll have to go down to the bus stop at the outpost, and that's where you're going to wait for the bus to go to the other parks. So that's going to add a lot of transportation time. So make sure your clients are aware of that. If they have some sort of dining reservation or anything like that, they're going to need to leave like a good amount of time before their reservation to get there on time. So, another way you can get around is a golf cart. Golf carts are available to rent, and on the Disney website it says that they are between $65.73 and $84.51. I'm assuming that means per day, and you can reserve those up to a year in advance. So if your client wants a golf cart, make sure you call the number and you reserve a golf cart well in advance for them. If your clients have a golf cart, they can also take it with them. But let them know you have to be 16 to drive your golf cart, or the Disney golf carts, doesn't matter. You have to be 16 in order to drive them. You can also rent a bike, or you can take your own bike or scooter or anything like that. But once again, this is a huge area. And if you're down at the bottom, like we were, that would be a long kind of bike ride to get up to the top. So your clients are going to either want a golf cart or to ride the bus to make it all the way around the area. There's two pools. They're like in the middle of the area. I didn't see either one of them, but they're on the map. So, and then for dining, there's a couple of dining options. They're going to be up at the settlement or in the meadow area. So in the meadow area, there is the Meadow Snack Bar. That's going to be like quick service type food by the meadow pool. At the settlement, there is the Crockett's Tavern. Yeah, Crockett's Tavern, that's a bar. And it's connected to Trails and Restaurant. And that's going to be your quick service for up here at the top. I would suggest mobile ordering because it's not like a quick service where you like walk up and you get a tray of food. Like you pick the food that you want at more of a cafeteria style place. It's not like that. You order at the register and then you wait for them to bring it out to you. I would 100% recommend mobile ordering, especially if you have a food allergy, because if you have a food allergy and you go to Disney often, you know that those allergy friendly foods take even longer to prepare. So go ahead, mobile order those while you're on your way. So, I will say a really interesting thing about Fort Wilderness campsites is the amount of recreation opportunities that you have there. And now you don't have to be staying on this property to do these recreation things. So they have horseback riding, archery, canoeing, kayaking. Let's see, what else do they have? And then you can also go and see Tri-Circle D Ranch, which is where the working horses live. And these are going to be the huge, like, Clydesdale horses that take the princesses around in the parade, and they pull the carriages. They're beautiful, beautiful horses, and you should definitely go and check those out. You don't need any kind of reservation. It doesn't cost any money. You just go. Like, if you're not staying at Fort Wilderness, what you would do would be to take the bus over to Fort Wilderness, and then at the outpost bus stop, which is like at the bottom, you're going to wait until you see the bus for the settlement, and you take the bus up to the settlement, and then Tri-Circle D Ranch is like right at the top, and you can just walk right inside and see the horses, and they're just absolutely beautiful. So those are things, you don't have to be staying at Fort Wilderness campsites to enjoy any of that stuff. So if your clients like really want to do archery and they think that they have to stay there, they do not. They do not. So, let's see. This is a pet-friendly area. As long as your pet meets the standards, which is like they have to be on a leash that's less than, I believe, 8 feet long. It's like 6 to 8 feet long. And they can't be aggressive or super duper loud, nothing like that. If you're staying at a tent or a pop-up camper site, you cannot have your dog there. It has to be in a climate controlled area, which I'm assuming would only mean an RV. So there's that. Or your pets can stay at the Best Friends pet resort, which is like the kennel on Walt Disney World property. However, there is a dog park at Fort Wilderness campgrounds that you can take your dogs to and let them off leash and let them run around and play in the fenced in area. And there's a lot of walking trails as well that you can take your dog on as long as they're on the leash. The vibes were camping vibes. Camping vibes. I'm not a camper, okay? I don't love sleeping on the ground. That's really not my vibe. But it is some people's vibe. And you can definitely tell that here at Fort Wilderness. You can decorate your campsite. Once again, there are stipulations to that. Basically, like, they can't exceed like 6 feet tall. You can't have anything that people have to walk over or under. You have to kind of use common sense with like cords and stuff. Like your extension cords have to be in good condition. They can't be like daisy chained together. Things like that. There's a full list of decorating rules on the Fort Wilderness page on the Disney World website. Definitely check that out. But yeah, people had everything decorated to the nines. Their golf carts were decorated. there was a lot going on. So people really get into that. Not I. I don't. I didn't love it. And there's no privacy and there's no personal space at all. Like, it was strange to me. Example. So we didn't know that you needed your own towels and toiletries. So we get up really early the night after we camped and we went to Target so we could get shower stuff so we could shower before we checked out. We left our tent up and everything. We just took our car. We got back and there was a man and a little girl standing at our campsite, like near our tent. And it was so weird. I was like, why would you do that? I don't know. Like, I didn't get that. But, and then there was like a scooter that was laying by our tent. It was odd. No privacy. But once again, if you're a camper, you probably already know that. And you're probably already used to it. So, pros and cons, it's cheap. Cons, you're sleeping outside. All in all, it's an interesting place. If your clients are into camping, they'll probably really love it. It's a very huge area. Make sure they're aware of that. Yeah, and just be prepared, I guess, is the most important thing. Make sure your clients are prepared to sleep outside. Which I guess sounds really obvious, but it's hot in Florida. And there's like not a lot of airflow. I don't know. It was uncomfortable for me. The recreation was interesting. Would I stay there again? No, I don't think so. So, yeah. Maybe in a cabin, but probably not, just because it was so spread out. I didn't love it. But I hope that this gave you some good information that maybe you didn't know and something that can help your clients out or you out better. And I hope that you join me next time where we talk about a different resort or a different park, something like that. And I will see you guys next time. If you have any questions or any topics that you would like me to cover, just leave it down in the comments and I will try and get to that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.